In a country where compliments are often followed by "Are you sure she didn't buy it?", veteran Nollywood queen Rita Dominic has caused commotion online, not by dropping a new film or joining a TikTok challenge, but by publicly praising her junior colleague, Nancy Isime. Yes, Rita Dominic, the same fine wine of Nollywood who has aged like she bathes in coconut water and essential oils, took to her ex, formerly known as Twitter, to pour glowing praise on Nancy like chill zobo on a hot day. Rita didn't just say Nancy's doing well. No, she didn't go small. She said whoever raised Nancy Isime did a fantastic job. In Nigeria, that's serious. That's the type of comments we reserve for children who finish school without joining cults, end up famous without scandal, and still remember their father's birthday without checking Facebook memories. Naturally, as Rita's tweets started flying up and down social media, Nigerians did what Nigerians do best: investigate. People started combing Nancy's page, looking for what she posted recently. Was she caught on camera helping an old woman cross the road? Did she just win an award? Did she finally reveal her skincare secret? Turns out, no fresh scandal, no recent award, just pure premium Nancy behavior. But the bigger question is, who actually raised Nancy Isime? Well, let's rewind a little. What many might not know is that behind that Nancy's confidence, camera-ready exterior is a story that could make a stone-hearted Lagos landlord shed a tear. Nancy's story began on April 28, 1991, but for the sake of spiritual maturity, let's jump to the part that hit like thunder. When she was just 5 years old, the young queen lost her beloved mother. And just like that, she was left in the care of her one-man army, her father. But not just any father. This one was a full member of the disciplinary committee of Nigeria with an invisible koboko and one look that could reset your brain like NEPA taking light. Her mother, according to Nancy's own post, went on a trip and never came back. She had gone to be with the angels, her heart-shattering sentence that reads like something from a Chimamanda novel. Nancy was heartbroken, confused, and wondering why this trip was taking longer than Lagos traffic. Her father, now both mom and dad, became the ultimate multitasker. Man turned into a housekeeper, spiritual advisor, school fees negotiator, and professional flogger, depending on the occasion. If Nancy even breathes the wrong way, that invisible koboko would appear like Nollywood jazz. But despite the tough love, the man meant well, and deep down, Nancy knew it. She started growing into a smart, sharp-tongued young girl with brains and ambition hotter than Lagos sun in March. She spent her early days in Lagos, that city where everybody's dream is bigger than their pocket. She schooled there, primary and junior secondary. She was that fine girl in class who probably collected pencil from you and never returned it. But when teacher asked a question she already knew the answer before the chalk touched the board. Then boom, plot twist. She relocated to Benin City for her senior secondary education. From to waiting to happen, the Edo blood in her activated fully. Her swag changed, her eye opened, and she became even more street smart. Lagos had taught her the hustle, but Benin added spice. After secondary school, our madam was like, "You people think I've finished? I've not even started." She packed her Ghana Must Go bag and headed to Rivers State. Yes, the land of oil money and steady rain, to do a 6-month basic course at the University of Port Harcourt. Now, nobody knows if she spends more time reading or dodging PH mosquitoes, but one thing is clear: Nancy was focused. 6 months later, she did what any Lagos-born Edo babe with coconut head would do. She went back to Lagos, not for Amala or beach flexing, but to get a diploma in social work from the University of Lagos, who won Test Hana. While others were confused about life, Nancy was collecting diploma and collecting fans. At this point, her father, who had shouted himself hoarse during her teenage years, began to see results. The same papa that used to say, "Nancy, if you talk again, I will send you to the boarding school in Kano," was now proudly saying, "That's my daughter on TV." But we're told the story sweet past like this. As her fame began to rise, acting, presenting, red carpet slaying, Nancy never forgot where she came from. Some people blow and start forming accent from unknown countries, but not our Edo princess. She stayed real. And then in 2020, 24 years after her mother passed, Nancy penned a touching Instagram tribute. If you read that post and your eye no mists, you need to check your emotional engine. She wrote about how her mom went on a trip and never came back. The pain, the confusion, the emptiness, she poured it all out. Even Instagram people normally full of trolls gave her a break. That day. But this life got the balance things. In 2022, Nancy did the unthinkable. While some of us were still managing roommates that don't flush toilets, Nancy went and built her father a 6-bedroom mansion. 6, not 1, not 2, 6 bedrooms with AC, POP, ceiling, soft rug, and most likely a chandelier that shines brighter than your future if you don't hustle. She didn't stop there, she furnished it too. She didn't just buy bed and leave. We are talking full package sofa that you sink into like jollof inside cooler, contains that flow like Nollywood drama, fridge that sings when you open it. And guess what? She posted the whole thing online, not to pepper anybody, okay? Maybe small, but to say, Daddy, thank you. As a man that raised her son up, the one that said, Nancy, no boy should be calling you by 7 p.m. and Nancy, kneel down there and raise your hands. That same man now had a house built by the girl he raised with love, koboko, and daily devotion. People cried, not because of the house, okay, maybe small jealousy, but because of the full circle moments, from losing her mom at 5 to becoming one of the most respected media personalities in Nigeria. Nancy went through it, and she made it out shining like anointing oil on Sunday morning. Now look at her, glowing skin, booming career, and a laugh that could disarm your village uncle. She acts, she presents, she inspires, she has become the babe everyone wants to be, and the in-law every Nigerian mother is praying for. A story is a full Nollywood plot: tragedy, struggle, growth, revenge, success, and then redemption. The only thing missing is Pete Edochie sipping palm wine in the corner saying, "This girl is wise." So next time you see Nancy Isime smiling on your screen, remember, behind that smile is a little girl who lost her mom too soon, a teenager who fought tears with strength, and a grown woman who said, I will make it, whether the devil likes it or not. And make no mistake, she didn't just make it, she Nancy'd her way through life like the champion that she is. Now, if you understand Nollywood hierarchy, you know that for a veteran like Rita Dominic to publicly praise a younger colleague, it's no beans. It's not how are you, it's not love and lights, it's a full-blown coronation. If Rita says you were raised well, it's like being knighted with a lace fan and bottle of champagne. In Nollywood, praise is either coded or whispered in interviews. For Rita to take to social media and say it plainly, Nancy must have passed the spiritual and physical vibe check. And so fans did what fans do. They started speculating. Did she save Rita's cat from burning buildings? Is she secretly dating Rita's cousin who owns an estate in Banana Island? Others were more reflective. Wow, she really is well raised, Sha. Her father really tried. And one unserious person even said, Nancy's behaving the way my parents thought I would when they were paying 500k per term school fees. Let's be honest, home training is underrated. In a world of clapbacks, clap emojis, and clapping cheeks, people who are calm, respectful, focused, and kind are starting to feel like endangered species. Nancy is not only consistent with her brand, she is scandal-free, drama-free, and somehow managed to be friendly without being fake, famous without being flashy, and fierce without being foul-mouthed. And let's not act like Rita Dominic is easy to impress. This is a woman who has seen it all. Red carpet, scripts, heartbreaks, comebacks, group charts, backstabs, and front stabs. For her to pose and say Nancy's upbringing is top tier, that's not small gist, that's a badge of honor. The moment also sparked a bigger conversation about appreciating good behavior and celebrating people while they are still here. In this world of hot takes and keyboard warriors, we're quick to drag, cancel, or analyze people's every move. But when someone is quietly doing things right, we scroll past like it's regular. So maybe Rita's tweet wasn't just a random compliment. Maybe it was a reminder that grace, humility, and home training are still valuable currencies in an industry full of fast fame and microwave careers. As the post continued to trend, someone jokingly asked, is it too late for me to restart my upbringing? I still have time to impress Rita. Another person added, if Nancy keeps behaving like this, she'll soon be adopted by all our aunties as the daughter they wish they had. Well, they are not wrong at this point. If Nancy releases a YouTube video titled How to Behave, tips from well-raised child, half of Nigeria will subscribe and the other half will forward it to their stubborn cousins. In conclusion, Rita Dominic didn't just praise Nancy Isime, she gave us contents, contexts, and chaos. She reminded us that behind the glitz and glamour, some people are still carrying the values they were raised with. And that, my friends, in this economy of character development and therapy sessions, is no small achievement. So to Nancy, we say, well done. To her dad, we say, God bless you, sir. And to Rita, we say, keep shaking tables with praise, because if you ever praise me like that online, I might just frame the tweet and hang it in my father's parlor.